Yo, what it do? Alright, so I know I'm a Tekken um, content creator. I know I don't make Dead by Daylight anymore. But if I don't make this video, it's gonna eat me alive. So I have to make this video. Oh, what time is it? Whew, it's like 4 a.m., but I'm a night owl anyway, so I don't really care. But, yes, so what I wanted to discuss with this game is first, I don't have a lot of my videos anymore, so I have like 21 minutes. If I run out of time, oops. But to explain, and you know me, I don't do like scripts or whatever, so I do it the old-fashioned way, recording and just talk. So, what I wanted to discuss was that this is the absolute most toxic, horrible, just super blamey, no common sense arguments at all community. And I thought Clash Royale was bad, and I've been playing Clash and this game since 2016, and I mean non-stop I've been playing. You know, the only time I had a break from this game was in 2022 of February, and I just got back on recently, about maybe 3 days ago, and immediately was like, nope. I mean, don't get me wrong, I put in work and I still did a good job, you know, like I usually do in this game. It never leaves you, but like the gameplay you're about to see is me coming back from it, like my first ever game back. But just the community is so horrible and toxic. Like, the community makes absolutely no sense with their arguments. They always have to say, oh, are you a killer main or a survivor main? Let me tell you something. I am both. Like, I play maybe killer 52% of the time, and I play survivor 58% of the time. You know what I mean? Like, there is no, oh, I'm a killer main or I'm a survivor. No, I play both of them just as equal as the other. I might play survivor like maybe one game more than killer. You know, that's not saying much though. Honestly, I shouldn't even be saying that. I should have lied and said I played them both 50-50, but whatever. Because that one time, I'm telling you, the community's like this. That one time I said, oh, I play survivor more. No, you've never played killer. Blah, 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 blah. That's exactly how this community is, and it's horrible. But anyway, I've played survivor maybe one game more than killer, but I've had my fair share. I don't even know, honestly. I think I have played killer a lot more than survivor. I think I have, but that's besides the point. Just the stuff the community says and the stuff they complain about is ridiculous. They are just as bad as Clash Royale. Like, Clash Royale is up there too, with a lot of the complaints and a lot of ridiculous stuff that people complain about. But that's for another day too. So let me remember a point that I want to bring up. So I have a lot of ways that this game should have been fixed, and one, it is the horrendous survivor control. So I've played excuse me, survivor more, right? And out of all those times I've played Survivor Friends was maybe 5 times out of a million survivor games I've played. I've maybe only done Survivor Friends 5 times. Reasons being, one, super cheap, super duper cheap to play with Survivor Friends. Now, I'm not knocking people who do, but the ones who do just abuse the crap out of it. I mean, you're supposed to. You're playing Survivor Friends, you're supposed to. But my other reasoning is just, it's not fun. It's so not fun to play that way. Like, being able to be like, that's like playing hide and seek and you're on the phone with your friend. Oh yeah, the person's over there. Oh yeah, person's over here. Oh yeah, go ahead and go loop him for like 20 minutes. I'll do the gen and then I'll come click my flashlight like 80 times, teabag while everybody opens the gate and blah blah blah. Yeah, discussing stuff like that with your teammates is so stupid and boring. And then the third reason is just they only playing Survivor Friends. Like, I don't know how somebody can do that. That just ruins the whole fun. Like, for me, I can't do that. It's not fun. Whenever people would invite me, I never played because I can't. That's just not fun. Survivor Friends is so stupid. But the amount of times Killer is handicapped in this game is ridiculous, and Killer's supposed to be felt empowered. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna list off the reasons Killer really should be empowered and why it's handicapped to the max. So not only do you have Survivor Friends, so you have people talking on the mic. Survivors have med kits that could possibly have syringes, that could have quick heals. Syringes are insta heals, which is horrible, which is even worse. Survivors can have flashlights that can insta blind. Survivors can have toolboxes that can get gens fast, that can repair gens fast, or sabotage hooks fast. And before, there used to be a brand new part where it just instantly repaired a gen, and when they fixed it, it was still bad to where it would do maybe I think 4 skill checks and it would instantly pop the gen. So survivors have toolboxes, flashlights, med kits, and other various items such as like party streamer, like firecrackers. It's a lot of other ridiculous stuff. Then survivors have 4 perks. Some idiot might say, well, Killer does too. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Survivor has 4 perks. Killer has 4 perks. How many survivors are in the game? How many killers are in the game, dumbass? Exactly. Killer has 4 perks. Survivor has 4 perks. There's 4 survivors. What's 4 times 4? 16. Killer has 4 perks versus 16 perks. While survivors have flashlights, med kits, toolboxes, Survivor Friends on the mic. That's not even to add, maybe some maps have 12 pallets. Maybe some maps have 13. Like the lowest might be 10. And even then, guess what those 10 pallets have? Pallet looping. Yeah, you can loop around those pallets for so long, it's ridiculous. So let's just recap. Pallet looping, Survivor Friends, medkit, toolbox, flashlight, 16 perks. And those perks may consist of, Iron Will, Sprint Bursts, Adrenaline, just to list off the crazy amount of perks that are really good to have. Self-care, I know right now someone's watching this and there's a survivor main and is just, they're getting eaten up right now because of all the facts that I'm spitting, but it's true. Killer is so handicapped in this game, it's ridiculous. Killer does not feel like Killer in this game. The survivors do. There was an old saying of that where the survivors are more of the killers than the killer itself, which is, it's super true. So we got that. Cat's meowing. We got that. Let me remember another. So I'll just mention something Killer has, right? Killer has 4 perks. A power. And I don't know. That's like all the pluses I can really think of. And so you would have survivors. This is how toxic the community is. You would have survivors who would say there's a thing where if you get hooked, you can unhook yourself, and it's 4% chance. There are actual idiot survivors out there who would tell the killer, "Hey, respect the 4%. Don't kill me." Like the killer's not already handicapped enough, man. I never respected 4% ever in my life. You. Especially when a survivor has like decisive strike and all that, like come on. No. I can't believe survivors have audacity to even say that to a killer. Right, so there's that, and then you have survivors saying don't camp. Well, as part of the game, I mean, you can tunnel, you can camp. I mean, think of hide and seek, you know, camping days, you know, tunneling people. Oh, it's my game. I was like, who's yelling? But, tunneling, like, you know, it's, and honestly, I always praise killers who did it because they're handicapped anyway. They should. So, let me make sure you can hear me real quick. Alright, good. I had to make sure you can hear me because I'm spewing gold right now. So, now, there's, okay. I always said a way to fix this game would be, first of all, killers should have never had terror radius, and killers should have never had red stains. Now, the reason why is because a lot of people said this game loses its scare factor maybe the first 2 games. It's true. It could be debated, but that's true. Right? To an extent, it's true. Losing the red stain would make it to where you would have no idea where the killer is, especially during pallet looping, during chases. You'd have no idea. It wouldn't be it would be a guessing game, which would help the killer a lot. And the killer should never have had terror radius. Only when you started a chase should the music start to make it like boom, 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 like dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like terror radius and heartbeat ruin the game because it gives out where the killer is. How many times have you played against Michael Myers? How many times have you played against Michael Myers and you got jump scared at tier 1 every time? No terror radius and no red stain, and you went, whoa, holy shit, like he's right there, and you went, oh, you got scared. Imagine if every single killer had that. That's what the scare factor should have always had. And second is I personally don't think there should have been any perks in this game at all for killer and survivor. Now hear me out. There's 2 options that I think should have happened. One is no perks and 2 is with perks. The one option with perks is killer should have its 4 perks, right? If you are going to have perks. But survivors should only have 1 perk. The reason why is because the survivor should be centered around that 1 perk, and now you have to build a team around one of your perks. So one person should only have self-care, the other one should only have bond, the other one should only have, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to build a team around that. So now it is 4-on-4 perks. Because survivor already has flashlights, pallets anyway. So, but the one without perks is literally, it's just a fun hide and seek game, like to where it's like, like, you know, oh my god, where's the killer, this and that, and like I don't know, I don't think he's here. With that, with no heartbeat, with no red stain, it makes it like super tense and scary to play. And another way to fix it is if you had pallets. If you were going to add pallets, maybe only like 4. And the reason why I say only 4 is because having like 10 or 11, you can see the result. You can literally see the result in the game is having 10 or 11 can be looped around. Oh, ooh, excuse me. You could loop around all those all day and loop around one palette for like 3 gens. You know what I mean? So those are the ways I think you could have either fixed Dead by Daylight or just had a better gameplay with it. So and having no perks would accommodate with having a med kit, having a flashlight, and having a toolbox. So survivors have no perks, right? And neither does the killer. But you still have a toolbox, you still have med kit, and you still have a flashlight. And yeah, I think, but they don't have add-ons to them. They just, you know, toolbox, med kit, and flashlight. And someone might say the game will get boring. Me personally, I don't think so at any rate. And the reason why I say that is because it'll always have that scare factor because of the no red stain and the no terror radius. Like, you're always going to be on edge, like, okay, where's the killer? Where's the killer? So let me see. I think having perks as well. Alright, so hear me out on this real quick. I got 4 minutes. Hear me out on this, right? I think the state of the game right now, I think there should have been 7 gens, because you can gen rush the holy crap out of a game, and people don't realize just how quickly you can gen rush in this game. It's so ridiculous, and it makes it so unfun. So the state of the game, if you wanted to keep your game to stay the way it is, which is not a good state, but if you want to keep it that way, the absolute thing to do is to either make it like 7 or 8 gens, right? And some survivor main might cry for it right now and be like, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. Man, dude, shut up. You have everything going for you. Second is if you were to do it my way with no terror radius, no blood stain, and no perks, keeping the 5 gens would be good, because it'll always have that factor of just, uh-oh, we really gotta get these done, we gotta get these done. Oh, survivors also have keys. I forgot about that. They have keys to where they can see killer auras, see auras around the whole map, and they have maps. See auras around the maps, all that stuff, and open hatches. I totally forgot about that too. Survivors have everything, man. But anyway, I think if you were to do it that way, keep the 5 gens. But if you were to do the 1 perk survivor and 4 perks for the killer, you would probably do, no, keep the 5 gens too. But I think I've said what I wanted to say about Dead by Daylight, and just the horrible state of what happened. I gotta say the golden ages of Dead by Daylight was when 2016 through 2018 or 19, I want to say. Those are the golden ages of Dead by Daylight, for sure. Like, it's the same with Clash. Clash was like 2016 through 2019 as well. I just had to point that out. Like, 2016 in general, that whole year was a vibe with everything. I gotta make a video on that, just how great that year was. And 2017 was a great YouTube year. But yeah, just those were the good years because yeah, it still had its problems, but there were so many great factors that were just in the game, you know. It's hard to explain. Like, unless you're a Dead by Daylight veteran, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. I have a video. I almost want to put it up. I have a video. My first ever video. Yo, actually, I should put it up. Because it's my first ever video getting scared by Mikey. And it's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'll do that. So, it was me as a noob, too. But, yeah, I'll put up the video, Mikey, and you'll see. But also, let me know how you feel about Dead by Daylight, if you know, all this stuff, and let me know what you think. Also, but if your opinions are bad, I'm deleting your stuff. So don't say anything stupid on my thing. Like, for real, don't do that. But I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace. Okay, so if you saw the Mikey clip, you see what I mean? How I got scared of that? That's what I mean by no terror radius and no red stain. And the killers are supposed to feel empowered. My whole point is killers are supposed to feel empowered. And killers are also, when I say they should have no red stain, no terror radius, and no perks, they should also be able to keep their power. So like Huntress, for example, be able to keep their hatchet. Look at his hatchet throw. Should be able to keep their and yes, that was me. You could also see that video a long time ago. That was me. I still have that video on my thing, but yes, they should be able to keep their power, and they're supposed to feel empowered. Like, that was my whole point. So no terror radius, no red stain, and keep their power, and no perks for killer or survivor. That was the whole thing. But also, check out that video. It's called Best Huntress Hatchet Throw. So, yeah, that was like in 2016 or 17. That was a long time ago. I think 2017. But, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.